Guys, today we are back with another problem, and today's problem is finding the longest length of a good sequence. So what is a good sequence and what is the longest length of the good sequence? So a good sequence they have given is that the middle value should be greater than the previous value and the next value. This is if the sequence is good. This can be one of the criteria. Okay. Else there can be another criteria where the middle value is lesser than the previous value and middle value is also lesser than the next value. So our criteria is, suppose we have a pointer I, so that I has to be, in one case I has to be ARR of I minus 1 lesser than and I say ARR of I has to be greater than ARR of I plus 1. In this case, say for example we have a counter, say increasing, okay, increasing. So in this case, counter 1 and our counter will become increasing equals to decreasing plus 1. Okay. So increasing is used for this particular sequence. Say for example, now we want to check and do for another array where the sequence is x1 is greater than x2 and x2. So basically our ARR of I is error of I is lesser than ARR of x1. So is lesser than ARR of I minus 1. This can be one scenario. Okay. And ARR of I is also lesser than ARR of I plus 1. This can be another scenario. In this case, my decreasing counter equals to increasing plus 1. Finally, what I can do is I can return math.max of two values. Okay, this is the way we can get the length of that such possible sequences. Now let us code this particular problem. Okay, so let us code this particular problem. So what I can see is I'm going to for I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, if my ARR of I, so what is my first case? ARR of I is lesser than, my first case is ARR of I is ARR of I is greater than ARR of I plus 1. So ARR of I plus 1. Okay, so I can have increasing equals to 1, decreasing equals to 1. So my increasing will become increasing equals to decreasing plus 1. After that, what I can do is I can have the else if part. In the else if, what I'm basically trying to do is I will have an array which is kind of lesser than the previous value. Okay, so in this case, array of I is lesser than the array of I minus 1, and in this particular case, decreasing is equals to increasing plus 1. And when both the conditions are fulfilled, what we can do is we can return math.max, we can return math.max of increasing and decreasing. Now we would like to try and execute this particular code block. Just have to initialize this. So int I is lesser than error.length. Error.length. Let's check. So less than. So what basically we have to check is we have to check I is greater than yeah, I is equals to 1. So because we have already check from the 0th element. It's following one best indication. So max length is increasing. So we will have a pointer over here. Error of I is greater than I minus 1. Oops. So we are going to submit. So this was today's problem statement, and I hope you like the solution. Thank you.